So now we'll do example 5.1. In this example, a rigid plane frame is given in figure 5.4. You can see this figure, and you can also see that node 1 and node 4 are fixed. The frame is fixed at node 1 and 4 and subjected to a positive horizontal force of 10,000 pounds at node 2 and a positive moment of 5,000 pounds applied at node 3. You can see here at node 2 10,000 pounds are applied and the force is in the same plane of the frame. So we can say this is a example of plane frame in which the forces are in the same plane. So at node 3 a 5,000 pound inch moment is applied. This frame has 3 elements, 1 2 3 and 4 nodes. So the boundary conditions are that node 1 and node 4 are fixed. That means no displacement will be here, and node 2 and node 3 will show displacements, and force is acting or at node 2 and moment is acting at node 3. These are the boundary conditions. So first we have to see that these x and y are global coordinates, and this element 1 is making angle 90 degree with x-axis, and this element 2 is making 0 degree with x-axis, and this element 3 is making 270 degree with this x-axis. So angles are given. Now we will use equation 5.1.11 to find out local stiffness matrices for these three elements 1, 2 and 3, and then add them together to find global stiffness matrix. So we start our solution. Young's modulus is given, area is given, and moment of inertia for element 1 and 3 is 200 and for element 2 is 100. So we start the solution. C is cos theta and S is sin theta. 90 degree is for element 1. For element 1 angle is 90 degree. So this is the terms that are given in equation 5.1.11. These terms will be used in the expression 5.11.5.1.11 that you have already noted in the previous video. Now we'll find the local stiffness matrix for element 1. Here you can see this is for element 1. Similarly, we find the local stiffness matrix for element 2. For element 2, the angle is 0. So cos 0 is 1 and sin 0 is 0. So this is local stiffness matrix for element 2, and similarly we find the K3. K3 is local stiffness matrix for element 3. Then we add them together, and after applying the boundary condition we will get this equation. You can see here that V1, U1 and phi1 are eliminated. Why? Because node 1 was fixed. Similarly, U4, V4 and phi4 are also eliminated because node 4 was also not also it was also fixed. So now we need to solve this 6 by 6 matrix, and 6 equations will be developed and then simultaneously solved to find these 6 unknowns. These 6 unknowns, this is quite difficult to solve 6 equations simultaneously, so you can use MATLAB. In the if in the exam you have not given the opportunity to use MATLAB, you can use you can just write down this expression, and you can say that we can solve it to find these 6 unknowns. So it would be enough till here, but if you have MATLAB, you can solve and find these answers. After that, we can also find elemental forces, like calculated in here. This is the expression that is used for elemental forces. This is the forces acting at element 1. Element 1 has two nodes, 1 and 2. So these are the nodal forces. Then similarly we can find nodal forces at element 2 and element 3. And next, in this diagram, the this is a free body diagram and all the nodal forces are shown here.